Okay, you should have in front of you your notes on page 7. We are solving a system by graphing. If you would like to have your foldable in front of you that we just completed, you may want to reference back to that example. When you watch this video, it's going to be very important that you do not watch this like a regular video you would on YouTube or just something you watch for fun. You're going to need to listen and write, but then you're going to have to pause it a lot in order for you to be able to write and catch up to what I'm saying. So there's going to be a lot of pausing and writing, and then possibly rewinding a second or two to listen to what I said or to hear it one more time. So the first idea I want to talk about is our goal is to write all of our equations in slope-intercept form. So remember, that is in the form of y equals mx plus b. That is called slope-intercept form. Oftentimes we say solving for y a lot. It's the same thing. You're putting y all by itself, so your goal is to move everything else over to the other side of the equation. So if we look at number 1, we've got two equations. Remember, our goal is to figure out what ordered pair, which x, y, is the only solution for these two. And on a graph, that will be the intersection point. So equation 1 and equation 2, neither of these are in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to have to solve them both out. So recopy the first one over to the side so you can work underneath it. So when we solve for y, we have to take away x from both sides. And then I'm going to bring down y, and I have negative 2 minus x, so I want to write my x term first, so negative x minus 2. Now, when I look at this, my slope, if you need to put that 1 in front of your x, don't forget that the slope is negative 1. So my b is negative 2, my m is negative 1, so let's graph. Negative 2 would be down here, 2. And then when I graph a negative 1, it's down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right. So I'm going to recommend you go ahead and make several dots, but we're going to go backwards as well. If you remember from the foldable, a lot of times our lines will intersect on the other side. So go ahead and go up 1 to the left, up 1. Okay, and when you have several dots there, let's go ahead. I'm pretty confident I can connect. Okay, line number 1. Line number 2, I need to rewrite this one in slope-intercept form. So I need to take away 2x, take away 2x. Bring down, I now have negative 3y equals negative 2x minus 9. Now I have to divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, and then simplify. So I have y equals a negative 2 over a negative 3 simplifies to positive 2 over positive 3. So there's my slope, and then negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. So the 3 is my y-intercept, my b, 2/3 is m. So find 3 on the graph, 1, 2, 3 right there on the y-axis, and then I'm counting up 2 to the right 2. So up 2 to the right 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now you can tell your line is going to go backwards like this, so let's reverse count the slope. So instead of going up and to the right, I'm going to count down 2 to the left 3, and there I just intersected my line. I'm going to make one more dot. Oops, I really missed that line. Connect your dots to make yourself a line. So make my line, and my intersection point is right here. So I need to fill in my ordered pair, and that is at negative 1, 2, 3, up 1. So negative 3, 1 is my solution to this ordered pair, or this system of equations. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we've got two equations. The first one is in slope-intercept form, so I can go ahead and graph. My 9 is b. Negative x, that's the same as negative 1 over 1. There's my m. So I'm going to go up to 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So I can see my line is going this way. Okay. Now, x equals 3. This is one of those special horizontal vertical lines. So if you do not remember how to graph this, remember you can always make a t-chart. X being 3 is fixed. So I'm going to put 3 in my X column. My Y column can vary, so I'm going to make that 0, 1, 2. Now I can plot. 3, 0 is right here, 3, 1, 3, 2. So this is a vertical line through 3 on the x-axis. So we can go ahead and connect, and then you can see your intersection point is right here. So I just need to now write the ordered pair down. That is at 3, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, 6, that is my solution. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is I would like you to, well, actually I was going to have you pause the video, but I need to make a change on you try number 2. So please cross this equation out, and I need you to copy down the following equation. Let's change this to 12x plus 3y equals negative 15. So if you would change the second equation to 12x plus 3y equals negative 15, I'd like you to pause the video and then work this on your own and then come back and check and see if you got the solution correct. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, so if you're checking your solution, let me go ahead and solve the first equation for y. So I'm going to add 2x, add 2x. So I now have y equals 2x plus 1. And then graphing that, I'm going to be here at 1. So I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And then I'm going to reverse that, down 2 over 1, over 1. Okay. So there's my first line. Second line, I'm going to minus 12x from both sides. So that will be a 3y minus 12x minus 15. Divide everything by 3. So that's y equals negative 4x minus 5. So negative 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down 4 over 1. But I can tell my line's going to go backwards, so I'm going to go also up 4 over 1. And there I go. I intersected it. Okay, so make sure you do go ahead and make your lines, and then I'm going to come back and write down the ordered pair that this is. So it's negative 1, negative 1. So negative 1 is my solution. Okay, let's do the same thing. Pause the video here, and I would like you to work the third one out and then come back and check. Okay, let me work this third one out with you. I should have added x to both sides. That will give me y equals x minus 2. So I will be down at negative 2, and then up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So it's going to go diagonal here. I'm going to go backwards with it as well. And then connect. This is in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to start at positive 1. And then negative 1/2, so down 1 over 2, and I got lucky and intersected right away. So my solution is the ordered pair of 2, 0. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is go ahead and work on the practice next. Use this video as a guide to come back to. If you get stuck, and you need to come back and fast forward to whichever example you'd like to see again, and then you're going to be able to listen to me explain it to you rather than just having to look back at your notes. And if you have any questions, we can chat when I get back on Thursday.